I've been noticing that a lot of top tier rock and roll acts, and I'm not going to mention anyone's name out of respect, but there's a lot of fake singing going on, lip singing, and it's kind of sad that this is happening. And I'm talking about legendary acts. It's like it's so blatant. Like sometimes you're watching them perform and they'll turn away from the mic and you could still hear singing going on, but they're not singing. Like you'll see them turning away from the mic. And another thing that gives it away is when it's so perfect, the vocals, like how it sounded back in the 70s or the 80s. It sounds perfect. It sounds like the singer's prime voice. It's you're seeing this. Listen, there was even a case. I will mention this band. Kiss. Okay, where someone, a fan, okay, actually wanted a refund. And I think Kiss gave it to them for this specific reason. Look, I'm going to say it's alleged that they gave him a refund for that reason, but let's just say that from what I read, a fan requested a refund for that specific reason and was refunded. Was he refunded because of that? I'll say it's alleged, but I will say this. I will say this. You know, people age. And one thing I will say about Bon Jovi, on his recent tour, a lot of people were being very, very critical of his vocal ability. He wasn't hitting the high notes. In some cases, he was singing flat. But you know what? You got to applaud that because at least he's not, he's doing the real thing. He's not using a pre-recorded track. He's not lip singing. Now, granted, maybe he could have had a sore throat that day. It could be a million reasons. Maybe he's at the point where he can't do it like he used to do. I mean, nobody can. He's a human being. The guy's been touring forever. The guy is a rock king. He's a rock god. God bless him. He's done enough. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have to prove himself to nobody. He will be always remembered as the greatest rock and roll vocalist ever. I mean, but the thing is, you could just hear it in the singing. You could hear when it sounds too perfect. You could see it when the notes, like we all remember that famous Milli Vanilli, girl, you know it's true, when something happened and it just kept skipping. Girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's. Not good. So we all remember that. But I just wish that it would never get to that point for legends. I'd rather see them pack it up than to lip sync. It's just, that's not what rock and roll is about. I just want to say, I am not saying anyone is doing this because I know we mentioned names. I don't have evidence. Especially, I love Kiss. I'm defending Kiss. I just want you to know that Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, I grew up listening to Kiss. Ace Frehley, Peter Criss, Eric Carr, all of them. God bless Eric Carr, may rest in peace. I mean, I love Kiss. I think Kiss is the greatest rock and roll band in the world, and I would never want to say anything negative about them, but I'm just saying I read an article where a fan did ask for a refund, and I'll just say it's alleged. I know he got a refund, but I'll say it's alleged that he got it for that reason. But with that said, rock on. Let's just keep it real.